Let's talk about some concerns about police in Victoria, and this time it is about the use of police yet again being used by our old mate Chairman Dan in how to police all matters to do with coronavirus. Now, after the disgrace that was hotel quarantine that killed 800 people, when they eventually started up hotel quarantine again, they couldn't admit the failing and just have Defence Force personnel doing it. Instead, they needed Victoria Police to do it. When they decided to close the hard border between Wodonga and Albury, they had police officers doing the checks. This is despite the fact there are, of course, no cases in Albury, no cases in Wodonga, and no cases for hundreds of kilometres in either direction. But believe it or not, the number of police that are currently on COVID duty in Victoria alone is eye-watering. This is the boss of the Police Association speaking to Neil Mitchell today on 3AW.
This permit system, really has to become one that is self-regulating, and for all intents and purposes, it is self-regulating. So people that come through, for example, from an orange area, well, Victoria Police do little more other than note that, wave, and they come through. I mean, they're not stopping anyone from those areas.
So the Police Association is saying, can we actually get back to the policing thing, the reason that we decided to join the force, to become part of the thin blue line, which is not to double-check whether people can travel from Albury to Wodonga, or to be able to be babysitting people who are flying in from the rest of the world? Now, John Sylvester, who's the legendary crime reporter in Melbourne, was also on the radio today and talking about just how many police yesterday in Victoria were exclusively on COVID duty.
Police force at the present stage is almost at breaking point. I'll give you the figures from yesterday. We had 800 police on border patrols doing 40 different checkpoints. Now, put that into perspective, because in the Berlin Wall, when Berlin was separated, there were 3 checkpoints. But we've got 40. We've got 800...
40 protecting what? One municipal zone in Sydney, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's the 40 different checkpoints, 800 police assigned to that, 800 doing quarantine hotel duties, and we had another 800 who were assigned for the demonstrations. Let's break that down. 5 superintendents, 23 inspectors, 41 senior sergeants, 136 sergeants and 610 troops. That's 2,400 frontline police who weren't doing policing yesterday.
Is that the use of their resources that is necessary? Now, we all get it about being COVID safe, we get it about COVID compliance, but the idea that more than 2,000 police officers were exclusively focused on that yesterday, as opposed to preventing, investigating or arresting people for crimes in wider Victoria? Come on, Chairman.